This movie was supposed to be fiction, but what happened behind the scenes was pure horror. The production was plagued with a series of inexplicable events that left everyone involved questioning their sanity. It was as if the script had come to life, turning the set into a real-life horror story. The eerie atmosphere was palpable, and it seemed like the line between fiction and reality was blurring. From sudden deaths to eerie accidents, the atmosphere on set was thick with dread. Crew members reported seeing shadowy figures lurking in the corners, and strange noises echoed through the empty halls. It was as if the set itself was alive, breathing down their necks and watching their every move. This movie's production was surrounded by mystery. Lights would flicker without explanation, and equipment would malfunction at the most crucial moments. Some even claimed to feel an icy chill whenever they stepped onto the set. The sense of unease was constant, and it felt like an invisible force was always present. Some say it was just coincidence, a series of unfortunate events that could happen on any film set. But the sheer number of incidents made it hard to dismiss as mere bad luck. The frequency and intensity of these occurrences were beyond what anyone had ever experienced before. Others believed something far more sinister was at play. Could it be that the movie had awakened something dark and malevolent? The idea that the film had somehow invoked a curse began to take hold, and the fear among the cast and crew grew stronger with each passing day. The film in question is Movie Name, a title that has since become synonymous with the word cursed. Its reputation has only grown over the years, with many considering it one of the most haunted productions in cinematic history. It was released in year and instantly became a cult classic. Audiences were captivated by its chilling storyline and eerie atmosphere, unaware of the real-life horrors that had unfolded during its making. The film's success was overshadowed by the dark tales that surrounded its production. But behind the scenes, the reality was terrifying. The cast and crew were living a nightmare, with each day bringing new and more disturbing events. The stress and fear took a toll on everyone involved, and the sense of dread was inescapable. First, tragedy struck when actor-actress mysteriously died just days after filming. The cause of death was never fully explained, leaving a cloud of suspicion and fear over the production. The loss was a heavy blow, and it added to the growing sense of doom that hung over the set. Then, a bizarre accident injured the crew in a way no one could explain. It was as if an unseen force was determined to sabotage the film. The injuries were severe, and the incident left everyone shaken and questioning what was really happening. Some believed this was just bad luck, a series of unfortunate coincidences that, while tragic, were not supernatural in nature. But the pattern of events was hard to ignore, and the idea of a curse became more plausible to those who experienced it firsthand. But what if it wasn't? What if there was something more to these events than met the eye? The possibility that the film had tapped into something dark and uncontrollable was a chilling thought that haunted everyone involved. Paranormal experts have linked the script's content to real-life occult stories. They believe that the film may have inadvertently invoked dark forces, drawing them to the set like moths to a flame. The connections between the film's plot and real occult practices were too strong to ignore. Even today, actors and crew members refuse to talk about it. The fear and trauma they experienced have left a lasting impact, and many have chosen to remain silent rather than relive those dark days. The memories of what happened are too painful for some to revisit. Was it just a series of unfortunate events, a perfect storm of bad luck and human error? The debate continues, with no definitive answers, and the mystery remains unsolved. Or was something truly evil at play? What do you think? Could it be that the film's dark themes and sinister plot lines had somehow crossed over into reality? The idea that fiction had become reality is a terrifying thought that lingers in the minds of many. Was this movie really cursed, or was it all just a coincidence? The debate continues to this day, with no clear answers in sight. The legend of the cursed film lives on, and it continues to captivate and terrify those who hear about it. Let us know in the comments below. Share your thoughts and theories about this chilling tale. Do you believe in the curse, or do you think it's all just a series of unfortunate events? We want to hear from you. Your insights and opinions could shed new light on this enduring mystery. But Movie Name isn't the only film with a dark reputation. The annals of Hollywood are filled with stories of cursed productions that have sent chills down the spines of those involved. Let's delve into some of the most infamous cursed movies and the eerie events that occurred during their production. First on our list is The Exorcist. Released in 1973, this horror classic is renowned for its terrifying portrayal of demonic possession. But behind the scenes, the cast and crew experienced their own real-life horrors. During filming, a mysterious fire destroyed much of the set, halting production for weeks. Actor Jack McGowran, who played Burke Dennings, died unexpectedly shortly after completing his scenes. Several other crew members also passed away under unusual circumstances, leading many to believe that the film was cursed by the very forces it depicted. Next, we have Poltergeist, a film that has become synonymous with the term cursed. The eerie events started with the tragic deaths of several cast members. Dominique Dunne, who played the eldest daughter, was murdered shortly after the first film's release. Heather O'Rourke, the young star of the series, died unexpectedly before the third film was completed. The use of real skeletons in the film's infamous swimming pool scene has been cited as a possible cause for the curse, with some believing that it angered restless spirits. The Omen, released in 1976, is another film shrouded in mystery. The production was plagued by a series of bizarre accidents and tragedies. Actor Gregory Peck and screenwriter David Seltzer both narrowly escaped death when their planes were struck by lightning. The crew's hotel was bombed by the IRA, and a stuntman was severely injured during a fall. The most chilling incident involved special effects artist John Richardson, who was involved in a car crash that eerily mirrored a death scene from the film. Lastly, Rosemary's Baby, a film about a woman who believes she is carrying the devil's child, also carries a dark legacy. Director Roman Polanski's pregnant wife, Sharon Tate, was tragically murdered by the Manson family shortly after the film's release. Composer Krzysztof Komeda died in a mysterious accident, and producer William Castle suffered severe health issues, attributing them to the film's sinister subject. These films, much like Movie Name, have left a lasting impression not just for their on-screen horror, but for the real-life terror that surrounded them. Whether these events were mere coincidences or something far more sinister, they continue to captivate and terrify audiences to this day. What do you think? Are these cursed movies the result of dark forces at play, or simply a series of unfortunate events? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. We want to hear from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more chilling tales from the world of cinema. Until next time, stay safe and beware of the shadows. While the tales of cursed movie sets send shivers down our spines, the real-life horrors that inspire these films can be even more chilling. In this chapter, we explore some of the true stories that have served as the foundation for some of the most terrifying movies ever made. First, let's delve into the story behind the Amityville Horror. This film is based on the real-life experiences of the Lutz family, who moved into a house in Amityville, New York, only to flee 28 days later, claiming they had been terrorized by paranormal forces. The previous owners, the DeFeo family, met a gruesome end when Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered his parents and siblings in the house. We spoke with Kathy Lutz's surviving family members, who described the harrowing events that drove them from their home. We would wake up at 3:15 a.m. every night, the same time the DeFeo murders took place. Strange noises, cold spots, and even physical attacks. Our lives were a living nightmare. Our next story takes us to The Conjuring, a film based on the real-life investigations of Ed and Lorraine Warren. The Perron family, who lived in a farmhouse in Rhode Island, experienced terrifying paranormal activity that led them to seek the Warrens' help. We managed to get an exclusive interview with one of the Perron daughters, who recounts the spine-tingling events. I saw things that no child should ever see: dark shadows, objects moving on their own, and the feeling of being watched constantly. It was like living in a horror movie. Another real-life horror that inspired a film is the story behind Zodiac, based on the Zodiac killer who terrorized Northern California in the late 1960s and early 1970s. We spoke with a retired detective who worked on the case, providing chilling insights into the mind of the elusive killer. The Zodiac was a master of fear. He played games with the media and law enforcement, leaving cryptic messages and taunting us with each new crime. The fear he instilled in the community was palpable. Lastly, we explore the true story behind The Exorcism of Emily Rose. This film was inspired by the life of Annalisa Michel, a young woman who underwent a series of exorcisms in the 1970s. We interviewed a historian familiar with the case, who shared haunting details about Annalisa's suffering and the controversial exorcism that led to her tragic death. Annalisa believed she was possessed by multiple demons. Her physical and mental decline was horrifying to witness, and the exorcisms only seemed to exacerbate her condition. The tragedy of her story still haunts those who knew her. These real-life horrors remind us that sometimes the truth is scarier than fiction. The stories of these individuals have left an indelible mark on the world of horror cinema, bringing their nightmares to life on the big screen. What do you think about these real-life horror stories? Do they make the movies even scarier for you? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more chilling tales from the world of cinema. Until next time, stay safe and beware of the shadows. While the inspiration behind horror movies can be terrifying, the experience of working on these films can also leave a lasting psychological impact on those involved. In this chapter, we delve into the mental and emotional toll that horror movies can take on actors and crew members. We spoke with various professionals who shared their personal experiences and insights. First, we interviewed Sarah Mitchell, an actress known for her roles in several horror films. She opened up about the mental strain of immersing herself in terrifying scenarios. When you spend hours each day pretending to be terrified, it starts to mess with your mind. I had trouble sleeping and often felt anxious even when I wasn't on set. It took a while for me to separate myself from the character I was playing. Next, we got an exclusive interview with John Carter, a seasoned special effects artist who has worked on numerous horror films. He discussed the emotional challenges of creating gruesome and realistic effects. Creating realistic horror scenes can be mentally exhausting. You have to tap into some dark places to make the effects believable. Sometimes, after a long day on set, I would go home and feel emotionally drained. It's not easy to switch off from that mindset. We also spoke with Dr. Emily Ross, a psychologist who specializes in the mental health of actors and crew members. She provided valuable insights into the psychological effects of working in the horror genre. The repetitive exposure to intense and disturbing scenes can lead to anxiety, stress, and even PTSD in some cases. It's crucial for those working in this field to have access to mental health support and to practice self-care. Finally, we spoke with director Mark Thompson, who shared his perspective on the responsibility of filmmakers to ensure the well-being of their cast and crew. As a director, it's important to create a safe and supportive environment on set. We have mental health professionals available and encourage open communication. Making a horror film should be a creative process, not a traumatic experience. The psychological impact of working on horror movies is a topic that often goes unnoticed. The dedication and emotional resilience of the actors and crew members bring these terrifying stories to life, but it's essential to acknowledge the toll it can take on their mental health. What do you think about the psychological effects of working in the horror genre? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more behind-the-scenes insights from the world of cinema. Until next time, stay safe and take care of your mental well-being. While the psychological impact of working on horror movies is significant, another intriguing aspect of the film industry is the role of superstition and the supernatural. For decades, filmmakers and actors have shared stories of eerie coincidences, unexplained phenomena, and age-old superstitions that seem to permeate the production of horror films. To delve deeper into this topic, we spoke with Dr. Alan Richards, a historian who specializes in the occult and its influence on pop culture. Superstitions have always been a part of the film industry, especially in the horror genre. From avoiding certain colors on set to rituals performed before shooting, these practices are believed to ward off bad luck and invite positive energies, Dr. Richards explained. Our exploration wouldn't be complete without speaking to those who have experienced these phenomena firsthand. Actress Emily Stone recounted a chilling event from the set of her latest horror film. One night, we were filming a particularly intense scene. Suddenly, all the lights went out and we heard a loud crash. When the lights came back on, we found a mirror shattered into pieces, even though no one was near it. It was eerie, to say the least. We also consulted with paranormal investigator Laura Green, who's been called to several film sets to explore unexplained occurrences. There are definite hotspots in film studios where paranormal activity seems to spike. I've recorded unexplained noises, cold spots, and even apparitions. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, these events leave a lasting impression on those who experience them, Green shared. The influence of superstition isn't just limited to horror films. Veteran director Robert Harris discussed how certain rituals and beliefs have become ingrained in the film industry as a whole. It's not uncommon to see actors avoid saying certain words or performing specific actions on set. These superstitions may seem trivial, but they offer a sense of control and comfort in an unpredictable environment. The intertwining of superstition and the supernatural with the film industry adds another layer of intrigue to the world of cinema. Whether these beliefs are rooted in reality or simply the product of overactive imaginations, they undeniably contribute to the mystique and allure of making movies. What are your thoughts on the role of superstition and the supernatural in the film industry? Have you ever experienced anything unexplainable? Share your stories in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more fascinating insights into the world of cinema. Until next time, stay curious and keep an open mind. As we've journeyed through the spine-chilling tales of cursed movies and real-life horror stories, it's clear that the world of cinema is filled with both magic and mystery. From eerie backstories and unexplained events to the psychological impact of working on horror films and the deep-rooted superstitions that pervade the industry, each element adds a unique layer to the allure of making movies. We've heard from actors, directors, historians, and paranormal investigators, all sharing their experiences and insights into the supernatural aspects of filmmaking. Whether it's the inspiration behind the stories or the real-life phenomena that occur on set, these accounts leave us wondering about the thin line between fiction and reality. Now we want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced anything unexplainable? Do you believe in cursed movies or the power of superstition in the film industry? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. Your experiences and opinions are what make this community so engaging and diverse. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the darker side of cinema, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Stay tuned for more fascinating insights into the world of movies and beyond. Until next time, stay curious and keep an open mind.